Hey guys, Mixed Media Girl here. So today we're going to do a video on all the projects you can make with acrylic pour skins. Now this is just the runoff from my acrylic pours. I put it in between pieces of parchment paper and then you can make amazing projects with it. So you can see here I have all different kinds. Some of these also I peel off the bottom of my bin, so they might be a little bit messier, but you can still make some really cool things. And I just have all different kinds in here, and I keep them and then make different projects from them. So that way you're reducing waste and you can just make some really cool things. We're gonna go ahead and get started with the first acrylic pour skin project. Alright, the first project I will be making, and is probably the easiest, is jewelry. I have these kits that I got off of Amazon. They work great. They come with the glass pieces, the trays, and then some cords. So I have links for these in my Amazon store in the description. But you're going to just pick out whichever ones you want to make. So maybe we're going to make a few different ones. I'll make some circles and maybe a square, maybe one heart. Why not? Now, since I'm using glass for these jewelry projects, you simply need to move it around until you find a spot that looks great. You do not actually have to use glass though. If you wanted to, you can simply glue the pieces right into a tray and then add resin over that. So that is another way to do it. In this case, we're gonna go ahead and use these glass pieces. So I'm going to pick out some spots that I really like. So I really like that one right there. I like that. Okay, so I picked out my spots. I'm going to take some glue. I'm using some diamond glaze here. There are other things you can use. I'm going to go ahead and just glue that right onto the spot. I'm going to hold it down for a minute and just make sure that it fully adheres. And then I'll do the same with all the rest. All right, these are now ready to go. We're gonna let them dry. If you have a bunch of additional glue around your piece, you can take a Q-tip or anything else and just wipe that excess off. We're gonna let our glue dry and then we'll be right back. Okay, these are all dry and ready to go. I'm going to cut them out with my X-Acto knife. You can use scissors. And then I have my trays and necklaces all ready to go here. So once I've cut these out, I'm going to add some of the diamond glaze into there and we'll be all done. All right. So there you have some beautiful jewelry from our first acrylic skin project. Let's go ahead and go on to the next one. For our next acrylic skin project, we're going to be making some magnets. Now, one of my favorite ways to do this is by just using a really big glass piece. These are about 1.5 inches, and doing it similar to the way you do the jewelry or the necklaces. But another way you can do it is by taking a little wood piece or something similar and just simply gluing the skin right onto there and then adding your magnet at the back. So for this video, we're going to go ahead and use these glass pieces. And same thing, I'm going to take some of the diamond glaze. I have some different skins here, and I've already kind of picked out where I want to put these. I have some really cool black and white over here, which I think is awesome. And then over here I have some red and blue, like Superman colors. So I'm just putting some of the diamond glaze on there, sticking these pieces where I want them, and then we'll let them dry, cut them out. Oop, that one doesn't have glue on it yet. Cut them out and then add the magnet onto the back. So I'll go ahead and finish this up. All right, I've got all the magnets cut out. So now we're just going to go ahead and glue the actual magnets on the back. And same thing, I'm just going to use the diamond glaze. All right, that's all there is to this one. So now we have some amazing magnets all ready to go. Let's go on to our next project. For our next project, we're going to go ahead and make a bookmark. Now, I don't have any really big pieces right now, so I'm just going to make a small bookmark out of this piece over here. I'm going to go ahead and start by cutting it roughly with my scissors. And I will be the first to tell you that I am horrible at cutting straight. But I'm going to just do my best. So I'm going to go ahead and see if I can use my cutting mat to get it a little bit straighter here. You got to be careful though, if you have thin pieces, you may not be able to easily cut it. Yeah, I think I'm just going to do my best with the scissors. All right, that's pretty straight. So if you have a paper cutter, you can use that. If you're good at using a cutting mat, you can use that. But there we go. I'm going to go ahead and run this through my laminator to cover it. You can also just use packing tape. You can use contact paper. So there's a few other things that you can use, but I do have a laminator, so I'm going to go ahead and use that. I went ahead and laminated it, cut a little hole out, and added some twine. Now, it is by no means perfect, and like I said, I'm very bad at cutting straight. Go ahead and judge, it's okay. But I think it's cute and quirky, just like me. And you can add words, you can do all kinds of things, but just a really great use for your leftover skins. So let's go ahead and go on to the next project. For our next project, we're going to go ahead and make a book cover. I have these cute watercolor books from Arteza. I love them, and my daughter loves them to death, so I thought I would make a cute cover on one of them for her. And what I'm going to do is just take some smaller pieces, but if you have a large piece, that would be great too. But I'm going to take some of my smaller pieces. I'm going to just take some glue all, and I'm going to go ahead and just glue them all over the cover. And then I will be doing a final step to make sure that they stick just fine. But this is the first step. Probably go ahead and take a brush and spread that glue around to help you. So this is going to take a bit because I have to cut down some of these pieces. So I'll go ahead and speed this all up. So we've got our top covered here, and I had a couple pieces wrap around the back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to let this glue fully dry, and then we will go on to the next step. All right, we're back. This isn't completely dry, but it's fairly dry. So at this stage, all I'm going to do is flip this over, and I'm going to go ahead and cut around the edge to get as clean of a cut as possible. All right, so I'm actually really happy with the way this looks. Now at this stage, you can just leave it like this. If you want to not put anything on top of it, I recommend covering it with a nice layer of a varnish, or even the glue. If you want to put a nice thick layer of the glue over it. You can also use contact paper. So this is just clear contact paper that you can use to cover books. Now the problem with using this on this book is that it has this band piece. So you wouldn't be able to cover the whole thing, but you could cover the full cover and then cover part of the back, which I think I will do on this one because I have some of the pieces folding around to the back. So I'm going to go ahead and cut my contact paper a little bit better to fit this, and then we'll go ahead and put it on there. All right, so here's our book all covered. That was a little more work than I wanted, but I think it's super cute. My daughter will love it. It's very unique. You can add names to it, words, anything else that you want, and you don't have to apply the actual book cover. You could just go ahead and glue over it to hold those pieces on there and seal them in. I think this came out quite perfect though. So there is the covering a book with acrylic skins. You can do this with all kinds of things. You can actually glue these skins right onto another canvas. You can glue them onto picture frames. You can glue them onto just about anything. So let's go ahead and take a look at all of our projects together. All right, so here's 4 projects. We have jewelry, we have magnets, we have bookmarks, and we have book covers. So let me know down in the comments which one is your favorite. Also, if there's any other acrylic skin projects that you like to do and want to share with everybody else, feel free to let us know down in the comments. I really hope you guys enjoyed this, and while I may not be perfect at doing all of these, I hope they at least give you ideas of things that you can do with these awesome leftover skins. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.